Welcome, 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 friends. Welcome. My idea for today is I have been going on more retreats recently, and particularly embodied healing retreats, where you go into a group and different participants bring their challenges, their traumas, and in a group setting in a field somewhere with skilled facilitators, you are supported to go through processes to face your trauma and to work through it, to face your challenges and to know that you are supported in community as you go through those challenges. And my basic idea to share with you is that often we are really scared of the intensity of emotions, like allowing ourselves to be angry, allowing ourselves to grieve, allowing ourselves to feel joy without a sense of foreboding joy, like, oh, this happiness is going to be fleeting, so maybe I shouldn't feel it. So we often resist feeling our emotions in their full intensity. We distract ourselves, we numb ourselves out. The beautiful thing about these retreats is that they empower you to realize that you can be held, even if you express the things that you think people wouldn't accept you for because of your grief, because of your trauma, because of your rage. You think people will reject you if you really express your truth, and so you keep it inside and all that tension that you repress within. It creates this safe container for you to really express your truth and express the emotions that need to be expressed. And that can be really healing. It also means that when you begin to, and the reason I'm sharing this story, when you begin to see intense emotions in other people, like I was at a solstice party last night and somebody who had mental and behavioral problems basically flipped out in the crowd and was shouting and raging. And thanks to the work that I've been doing in these retreats where I've been seeing people rage and really allow themselves to express the full range of human emotions, that I felt much more grounded and being able to stay witnessing with love as opposed to judgment or anxiety. And so noticing in myself that growth in my ability to hold space with my own emotions and with the emotions of other people coming up. So yeah, it is your birthright. Our birthright is the ability to witness all experience, all intensity, and for our consciousness, the witness of our experiences, to not be broken by that. The only ideas of us not being able to handle intensity come from our thoughts saying, I can't handle this. The rejection and the resistance to what's coming up for us. So you are capable of more than you can know. You are capable of much more than your thoughts can capture. So again, watching these limiting beliefs. And in our meditation practice, we gain that awareness and that perspective to notice the limiting beliefs, name the limiting belief, I see you, limiting belief, and not engage with it, not need to identify with it. Come back to your breath, come back to presence, and just see what you can do as opposed to limiting yourself beforehand. So Jackson asking about our breathing, and do we breathe through our mouth or our nose or both? So for almost all of my breathing, I breathe in and out through our nose, my nose. If I could breathe through your nose, that would be quite wild. So yeah, I breathe in and out through my nose for almost all of my practice. The Daoists have a phrase. They say that if you are to breathe through your mouth, disease will set in. Therefore, you must always breathe in and out through your nose. And the nose, it is designed for breathing. It's got all the nasal hairs that cleans the air. And our nasal cavity is a big open space the size of your fist right behind your nose. It's this big cavern that I didn't know existed in our heads. And it's so big because it's this kind of purification room where particulates can go and the air can be humidified and cleansed before then going into our lungs and our airways. The mouth is designed for talking and eating. When we're speaking, Right now I'm breathing in through my mouth. Otherwise, you'd have to wait for me every time I say a sentence to breathe through my nose. So, when we're speaking and when we're eating, breathing in and out through our mouth. But all of our practice otherwise, and our everyday ways of being, our exercise, in and out through the nose. There are some other schools of thoughts, like, pranayama has different practices where you may breathe in through your nose and then out through your mouth. But from my explorations of the Tao and Tai Chi and Qigong, I haven't found any teacher yet that has taught a mouth breathing exercise for the reasons that I expressed. Breathing in through the nose is okay, but breathing out from the nose is dangerous, according to Metin. I would disagree with that, Metin. We are designed to breathe in and out through our nose, as I have shared. And there are 16, I've learned 16 benefits to breathing in and out through the nose, of which I can only remember probably 8. But it humidifies the air, it opens up your airways. There's nitric oxide, which opens up and dilates your blood vessels. It's a more relaxing breath. Like if you're walking through the forest and suddenly a bear appears, how does your breath respond? Breathing in and out through the mouth is a stress response. So we should always, as our default breathing, be breathing in and out through our nose. And that's the best for our nervous system. And Metin, I think I invite you to do more explorations on the breath, because I do disagree with that. Celeste sharing, in the US, this work of radical and complete acceptance of others is essential to creating the world of peace and love. Yeah, that radical acceptance is super important. Acceptance of what we are as human beings. Acceptance is always the start of our journeys. Yeah, the kind of ideas of us needing to be fixed are often the source of internal battles. And can we accept where we are? Can we accept where our loved ones are? Can we accept where our societies are? And that's the place that we move from. Really powerful and challenging. Ethan sharing, it's so difficult to breathe through the nose at night when you have allergies. Yeah, and for many of us, it's around 50% of people in modern society are mouth breathers now. And so, there's various reasons to that. If you look at indigenous tribes, every indigenous tribe basically that lives in a kind of more natural way of living breathes in and out through the nose, because again, the nose is designed for breathing, the mouth is designed for eating and speaking. But for various reasons, from our diet, from trauma, from habits, from pollutants, we begin to breathe in and out through our mouths. And the nasal cavity can collapse, also asthma and allergies, as you've shared. And so, if breathing in and out through the nose is difficult, again, as I was just saying about acceptance, okay, this is where I am today. This is where my body is. And there's enough stress in the world. The breath doesn't need to be an additional source of stress. So, always extending compassion and kindness to ourselves for exactly where we are today. And it may be that, the nose isn't accessible to us. There are a few things that we can do in order to open our noses. So simply using the nose more. So, setting our conscious intention that when we do our meditation or we do a bit of a breathing practice, to be breathing in and out through the nose. And then when we notice we're breathing in and out through our mouth, then to come back to breathing in and out through the nose. The empowering thing about the nasal cavities is that they're one of the few areas of the body that can grow past the age of 30. So we can actually expand our nasal cavities the more we use it. If you think about when you breathe in and out through your mouth, this big gaping hole, to get all the air to your lungs, you don't have much pressure on your airways. If you're getting the same amount of air through the nostrils, a much smaller space, there's more pressure to get the same amount of air down to your lungs. And so this pressure expands your airways. And over time, your airways learn to stay more open. So it's use it or lose it, or the more you use it, the more it opens up, which is empowering. There's a couple of other things you can do. You can put nasal expanders in your nose so that it opens up your airways, and it means it's easier to breathe through your nose during the night. And yeah, if you type in nasal expanders, then yeah, you can get them, the little pieces of plastic that open up your noses, your nostrils. And yeah, there's also another exercise you can do if you Google, on YouTube, nose unblocking exercise. There's an exercise by Patrick McEwen, and that is a beautiful way to open up your nose as well. So yeah, some ideas to help you expand your nasal cavities and to make it easier for you to breathe in and out through the nose. Simon asking, should the out breath be more prominent than the in breath? So yeah, if we go back to the bear in the forest, we're walking through the forest, a bear appears, we take that big inhale, and that is a stress response in the body because we've just taken lots of oxygen in, and now the heart needs to beat quicker in order to get this oxygen out to the body where it's needed. So a in-breath actually speeds up your heart rate very slightly. And then on the out-breath, it slows the heart rate because, yeah, that's a relaxation. There's less effort needed. So there's a concept called heart rate variability, and that is how regular are your heartbeats. So actually more variability is better because that means that your heart is responding to the inhale and the exhale. So when you have an inhale, the beats will be closer together. And then when you exhale, the beats will be further apart. So the average of that variability is called heart rate variability, and it's a sign of heart health. So all of this is the science behind why slowing our breath down, particularly the exhale, can be a really powerful stress relief tool. So some of the breathing that we've explored together, if you've joined me, is 4-7-8 breathing, where you breathe in for 4, hold for 7, and breathe out for 8. And so, yeah, breathe in for 4, release for 8. The longer exhale means that you're sending these soothing signals through the nervous system, that relaxation response. So that is a relaxing breath. An important thing to note, though, is for our default breathing, what I've been taught is you want to keep the inhale and the exhale the same length. There's just a kind of a harmonic rhythm to keeping the inhale and the exhale the same length. So relaxation breath is where you have the exhale even longer. But for our default breathing, the ideal time I've been taught is 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Why don't we try that together? If you'd like to join me, breathing in for 5 and breathing out for 5. Let's get into this rhythm together, taking some breaths, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. So that's the aim for our default breathing, breathing out. 5 in, 5 out. And then you beginning to use the tool of the longer exhale to begin to use that as a stress relief tool. If you want to read more on Taoist breathing techniques, I do have a whole course on the breath in Wayfinder Academy, which is my online teaching academy. And there's a 6-week course where we can get deep together, exploring the breath, and I give you daily exercises and weekly exercises. So yeah, if you want to get deeper into the power of the breath and also support my work, there is a free 7-day trial, so you can see what learning is available for yourself. Attica is sharing inhalation through the mouth makes inhalation quicker, so we tend to use it when we need oxygen for demanding activities at the cost of skipping the filtration system of our nostrils. Yeah, exactly. So maybe we get to an intensity of exercise where we need to get that quick breath, or as I shared with speaking, we breathe in through the mouth because we want that quick air. And so, it's okay to be breathing in and out through our mouths without the benefits of the nostril hairs cleaning the air every so often. Eating, speaking, really intense exercise, swimming. Yeah, other times where you maybe want to do a pranayama or a different exercise where you do breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, as Metin has been sharing. That is what some practitioners share, and certainly something that I've practiced, where you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. But again, that definitely not. Sorry, Metin, I'm being really strong with you, but definitely not being our default breathing. Default breathing being in and out through the nose, because the nasal cavity is this. We are designed from our evolution to breathe in and out through the nose. And here we go. Here's a fun fact for you. What are the 3 species of mammal that breathe in and out through their mouths instead of their noses? 50% of modern humans, domesticated dogs, traumatized farm animals. That's it. They're the only 3 species of mammal that breathe in and out through their mouths. Every other single species of mammal, of which we are a mammal, breathes in and out through their nose. And all of the indigenous cultures, they breathe in and out through their nose, because that is what we are designed to. That's how we are designed to breathe, in the way that best helps us function. Is it better for the airflow to be felt in the lungs or in the belly? So, your lungs go all the way down to here. So when we're breathing too shallowly, like we're only reaching that level of the air. So if you'd like to join me, I invite you to put your hands on your side ribs and, using your intention, sending the breath deep down into you. So breathing in, sending the breath deep, and feeling an expansion on your side ribs. So breathing in, breathing out. Then a slight contraction, everything moving back in. Breathing in, releasing stomach tension, no movement in the shoulders, no movement in the chest. Breathing out, everything coming back in. Breathing in, sending the breath deep. No movement in the shoulders, no movement in the chest. All of it is sending this breath deep down into you. Breathing out. So ideally, you can feel, let's keep going with that. You can feel the movement in your belly, but it's not just sticking your belly out because you've been told that belly breathing is good for you. And so it's releasing tension and allowing the breath to sink deep down. So keep your hands and putting a bit of pressure on the side ribs as you breathe in. Feel that expansion, feel your rib cage expanding. It's not just a whoop, sending my stomach out. It's the releasing of tension. Breathing in, releasing stomach tension, sending the breath deep. Breathing out, coming back. Breathing in, breathing out. So thank you for joining me. It's important to be able to feel the movement of the breath. And it comes with time. If you practice in the mirror, noticing if there's any movement here in the shoulders or in the chest when you breathe, and just do that practice that we did together, and notice if you can send the breath deep down. Leslie's sharing that she's been taping her mouth for a month now, sleeping better, not going up to the loo. Beautiful. So one of the sillier things, but powerful things that I share in the breath course, and also, lots of different breath teachers share is taping your mouth, so that it means that you can't breathe in and out through your mouth during the night. I'm a nose breather, so I breathe through my nose during the day, but I can notice if I go onto my back during the night, I wake up with a dry mouth. Have you woken up with a dry mouth? I'm sure most of us have. And so that's when for me, falling back onto my back and then my jaw coming open. And so lightly taping the mouth means that you will be breathing in and out through your nose for 8 hours a night. And again, all the benefits of use it or lose it. The more you breathe into the nasal cavity, the more it opens up and the easier your breathing becomes. So yeah, you look a bit silly, and welcoming you to tagging me in some pictures of you with your mouth tape looking silly and taking charge of your wellness. Haha. Nice. All right, so we're going to go to some sprap. If you're new to me sprapping, sprap is spiritual freestyle rap, and here we go. Let's see where we're gonna flow, friends. Yeah. All right. Yes. Wayfinders crew, pleased to be with you, coming back with the sprap. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. I admit my rhymes are often atrocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Gonna be, getting into the rhymes, trying to free my mind, Where we gonna go? Can we get far? Coming from a star, all of us stardust, yes, and yet must we always be forcing this life that we have? Yeah, it's kinda mad. We're part of something so much bigger, but we get in our own way. Come figure, can we get this out? Feeling like this eternity is full of all synchronicity. Yeah, working together, no matter the weather. Yeah, the plants, they're feeling better. Yeah, transforming. Yeah, so going from the cocoon, I was a caterpillar, now I'm looking up at the moon. Yeah, flying high, getting in the sky. They call me, what a butterfly. Yeah, yeah, I'm rolling and growing, going into the grove where I see so many beautiful things in front of me. Yellow and green, purple. I'm living in my dreams, flying every day. I'm a butterfly, and the things I'm gonna say is, wow, that lily is incredible. Ha, it looks kind of delectable. So I fly up, it's in my power to get some nectar from this flower. Ha, yeah. The flower says, thank you so much for spreading my seed. Yeah, you see these synchronicities. Nature is always working in an endless cycle and flow. Everything is connected, and that's the way that we can know how to work with what is. No longer do we have to be forcing this business. I'm tired of this silliness. Yes. Can we work with what is and flow and give ourselves permission to be who we are and to go and to grow? Yeah, so I'm blooming like a flower. It's our hour, Wayfinders crew. Let's go, stepping into our power. Yeah, understanding the breath, taking it, no longer feeling like a mess. Yeah, taking it slow. I take control of my breath, and I can know that I'm capable of more than I could possibly capture. Yeah, so here we go, Snapchat. Yeah, the sprap. We're gonna give a little bit of sprap for ya. Sending love for holding space. Thank you. I thank you. Ha. Yeah. Do the bam down sprap for ya. Thank you so much for holding space. Haha. Yeah. A little bit of a synchronicity rap. Thank you so much. Hey. Yay! Oh, a little bit of a freestyle for you. Going for some explorations, becoming like a butterfly. No complications. All right, friends, that's me for today. Have a beautiful day. And yeah, I hope your breath serves you. Keep coming back to your breath, slowing your breath down, and using that to begin your meditation practice. Much love, everyone. Have an amazing weekend. Ciao, ciao.